Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Right. So, like the title says, I can't sleep, so we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy 2 and progressing through that a little bit. So let's make sure this works. Yeah, that looks like it works. Cool. There you go. Right, let's get out chat on my phone. Right, again, I've still got a bit of a cold, so sorry if I cough. Hopefully the cough will go soon. The next couple of days, if not sooner. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Where's here? Okay, what was I at? Just woken up, so my brain's a bit foggy. I've got the white mask. No, I don't. Anyway, I'm here, so let's go through this. Alright, so there's one chest there, there's one chest there. There's 2 entrances that I can go down. Let's go to the south one first. That card. Ooh. That looks really powerful. I mean, why wouldn't I? Ugh. Right, the red ones I think are thunder. Yeah, they were good. I would say these ones are fire. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's go and get this chest up here first. Oh no! Burn it with fire before it lays eggs. Just attack. Oh, thank God it died. Okay, those things are not. They're strong against magic. That's good to know. Right, that thing has to die. FRE pet hell. Preferably they all do, but does that. There's some horrible creatures down there. Nope, wrong button. Alright, I think I can get to all the places. Alright, let's go to this one. Wait a second. Let's go to the other two first. Oh, did not mean. Oh, that is you get. 5 level ups. And nothing. Oh, damn it. Okay, some nasty creatures here. Alright, gotta be getting close to the... Oh, not good. Also, don't use gaze. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was coming here to find the magician's thing. The items. Oh, yay. Got a secret bit there. It's only 2 chests as far as I can see. Let's go for them both. This is a nasty combo as well. Power Staff. I'm pretty sure that's going to be useless right now. Yeah. Wait. Why do you not know Holy? You know Barrier? don't know barrier. He's only got a couple more spells though, that's the thing, spell slots. Let's see human life at least. So. No. This isn't good. There's gonna be two that get attacks in. Three that get attacks in. God damn it. That's what I was afraid of. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, nice, 1,200 damage. There you are. Ooh, flame lance. Oh, already got it. Right, so I've eaten that one. Let's go to the bottom right now. Hi Crowley. How you doing? Yeah, it's pretty good music. Oh. The biggest problem is though when you hear it like for the 100th time, it's the monster battle rate on this is unreal. Killed the changer. How did your restaurant go? If you want, we can talk in chat. As in, like, Discord chat, if you want. Oh, this is a bad battle. Your Sage. I've got work. Well, I'm going to get ready for work at 2:30 in the morning. Gives me time to have a shower, have something to eat if I want to. Have a couple Red Bulls because I'm absolutely knackered. Cool, sounds good to me. Someone's fire went up. I didn't see who that was. Wait, did he? Did he get like such a small attack? Oh no, there was. Yeah, no, he missed one. Hate that shit keeps getting hit. Oh, I need to go and get a glimpse it or something quickly. Sort my throat out a little bit. Right. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go get a sweet just to soothe my throat a little bit, so hopefully it'll stop coughing as much. I'm back, but I'm just the tap off. Alright, let's just make sure that Carly hasn't tried to call me while I've been gone. Not yet. Okay. Right, that's the way I need to go. Now I've been in there and there. Let's go and explore. Oh. Let's take that guy out. Stick the mouse out of the way. Oh shit! I'm glad I got a couple of gold needles. Probably nothing, you know. Yep. Damn it. Oh, the throat feels better after the sweep, but yeah. Alright, just attack him. Damn, she took down that one by herself. The health has got to be around about the 600-700 region, I think. Alright, what we got here? We got a chest to the left. Chest down now. Right, let's go to the left first. Welcome back, Crowley. Do you want to join? Hang on. Do you want to join the stream, or do you want to go into a private Discord? Okay, I'll take that as you want to join the stream. Hello.
To answer your question, I don't really mind either way, it's up to you.
Okay. Let me just turn down the music and touch so I can hear you properly.
Yeah, no worries.
Right, there you go. Ah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm alright.
Yes.
I'm doing much better. How are you?
Yeah, I kind of wish I was still asleep because I know I'm going to suffer at work today, but you know, it is what it is.
It is indeed what it is. How long are you working for?
Today, probably only 4 hours. I don't plan on doing any extra, but if I do, I do.
Well, hopefully you'll get through it just fine.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll pound some Red Bulls and I'll be fine.
That is usually the tactic.
Yeah. Oh, come on, where's the door? There it is. So, yeah, what were you doing on Play Up then?
We were doing pies mostly. We failed the tier 1 hot dog restaurant because it got overwhelming, and my guy, hot dogs are messy.
Well, as in the customers make a ton of mess or...
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I mean, how do you make a ton of mess with a bloody hot dog?
I don't know, but somehow they make more mess with hot dogs and breakfasts than they do with pies and pizza. And I don't understand.
No. Yeah, I would have come and joined you, but I thought you both were probably going to go to sleep soon, so I kind of left you to it.
Yeah, Brew has gone to bed, so that he mainly just wanted some company before he fell asleep because he's dog sitting.
Ah, okay.
So he was lonely.
I enjoy dog sitting, just mainly because you get away, usually, from wherever you live.
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace, and you know, dogs are always nice.
Yeah.
So how far have you gotten in the game?
I'm not too sure, like, how and what tier I am on the actual game, because I've never played it before, but I've got, it took me a little bit to work out where I was today when I first started, but I've got both masks, I think, white and black mask. I'm trying to get to the white mage that helped you out in the start of the game. I don't know if you've played this before.
Haven't. Not 2. I've played 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, obviously.
Yeah. Right.
And 12 and 14.
Cool. So at the start of the game, there's a white mage that basically helps you out, gets you, right. So this game, Final Fantasy 1 is very unclear on where you need to go and what you need to actually do. You need to kind of talk to the right people at the right time. This game is very similar to that, but it's a little bit better at telling you where to go. Only problem is, it's still very vague. So at the beginning of the game, basically I started... Oh shit, bombs. Ooh. I started the game thinking, right, okay, so I'll just walk around and I'll go and do a couple of bits. Got to a point where I couldn't find out where to go. If I went up high, the monsters were way too powerful. If I went down low, the monsters were way too powerful. But I couldn't do anything else, basically. Turns out I needed to, because they've got a weird talking system on this, where you... Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Where you... Basically, certain characters give you key talking points.
Yeah.
and you have to learn those key talking points to talk to other NPCs about the thing that you just learned.
Mm.
So you kind of have to go through and talk to all the important NPCs to learn all their dialogue, then go back through them with the information that you have. So you have to keep them going back and forwards, basically. I didn't know this, so basically I spent a good 4 or 5 hours, I think, at the start of the game, just grinding up my characters, just thinking, right, maybe this is a really grindy game and I've got to just get my character to a set point before I can move forward. Maybe I thought I was too weak and stuff like that. Turns out no, I was just grinding like really difficult monsters for no reason at all. So like I was, say like, sorry, I was like, because they don't actually give you levels in this, but all your abilities and your attacks have levels.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like I was level 5 and I was facing up against level 30 monsters basically all the time. So I was grinding against those, I was managing to beat them, and so when I actually managed to get the story to go forward, I was so OP that I'm still technically overpowered. I'm way more leveled than I need to be.
That would explain why you are pretty much just one-shotting the monsters, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know, sort of where to go and what to do, so I didn't do it on purpose, basically. I wasn't like trying to grind myself up into the higher levels. And it's nice though to be able to do this.
Yeah, the thing with the earlier Final Fantasy games is that there are various ways of progression.
Yeah.
Even though it's like the game is super fucking old, but it's still it's like most of the Final Fantasy games, in my opinion, were very groundbreaking in the way that they did their gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Because you have a lot more freedom and a lot more progression options that just a lot of other games didn't have at the time.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why I'm loving it so far is because the difference between 1 and 2, to go from 1, which was like the MP system on there was like D&D, so you had spell slots, and once you ran out those spell slots you couldn't cast anything at that level. To go from that to this progression and change from levels to kind of like you don't technically have levels, it's like it's amazing how the major differences in the two games, and the thing I love about it as well is that sort of like on this game, like I said, you don't have levels, but when you do certain things, so like I'm auto attacking currently because there's no need for me to use magic at the moment. But when you auto attack, your health goes up and your strength goes up. So like your different abilities go up as you use stuff. So agility goes up. My agility, my strength goes up. If you start using more spells, your spirit intellect goes up. It's just it's cool how the system they're putting into place that it kind of rewards you for playing in a certain way, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that is definitely a unique way of doing it, and I definitely don't think that is a mechanic they'd be used in a lot of the other games.
No, I don't.
Which is
think...
kind of sad actually, because that is really smart.
Yeah, but I can only think of a handful of games that actually do that sort of mechanic. The first one that pops to mind is Runecraft, but that's online, and that's more of a mechanic just to get you to kind of stay on there for longer. Because I don't know if you played it.
No, not really.
So basically, the reason why it's a mechanic for you to stay on longer is because when they first came out, it was big, but it didn't have a ton to do on it.
Mhm.
So like if you wanted to up your mining and stuff like that, ooh, you had to keep on mining basically. But every hit of the pickaxe gave you a bit of XP. So it wasn't if you got the sort of like copper or the iron or whatever, and then you had to smelt it. So you had the blacksmithing level, which every single time you smelted something into a bar or created an item, your blacksmithing level would go up, and it it's very tedious, but it was a way of keeping you on the game basically. This is completely different to that, but it works in a very similar way.
Mm.
Like every single time you hit with a spell, or use a spell, if you use a spell, it goes up a little bit. If you hit with a spell, it goes up by a lot more.
Mm.
And it's just like I said, I can only think of a handful of RPGs that use that mechanic.
I don't think I've ever played any game that actually used that mechanic, but I would really love to, because definitely think that it gives you a lot more variety in who you want to do what with, and which party members to bring with you, combinations and all that.
Yeah. I do have to say that sort of like obviously doing it this way, you don't. Everyone is everything, so you don't have anyone who's specialised. You've got to kind of choose who you're specialising with. What is? God damn it! Those brain creatures are extremely annoying. They basically have an ability which switches your HP and MP with them. They've got low HP and MP. So yeah, the only problem is that you've got no one who specialises in stuff. That's the only downside to it. But the positive thing is that you can make everyone super powerful if you wanted to.
Mm.
Ooh, I get to try out Holy. Yeah, currently I think I'm going for the Ultimate Tome.
I mean, Ultima is usually a fucking amazing spell to have, especially early game in any Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. The other thing with magic as well is that, like I said, you have to keep on hitting with it to level it up. There's no like Fire Isle, Fire Age, there's just fire. And it gets more and more powerful the more you use it. The only problem with that is that if you don't have like every spell can hit multiple people, but if you do that, the spell gets extremely weak. So like, it doesn't matter if you're hitting. I was saying to my friend the other night, yesterday actually, with the spells, it's weird. So say like you hit for 300 on a single target. If you try and spread that out across multiple targets, it will reduce it down to like 300 to like 10 damage to each person. So it's not worth going after multiple people. It's better off just targeting one person down and getting that person off the field.
But I feel like that is Well, okay, I guess it depends on the game, but I feel like a lot of the Final Fantasy game kind of punish you for using abilities on
Yeah,
all mobs in pretty much every of the Final Fantasy games.
yeah, they do, and I know it's a balancing thing, but it just kind of it sucks because you kind of want to when you get like a whole massive group of sort of like 6 coming at you. Like I've got 6 on my on the field at the moment. All you want to do is just use a fire spell and just get rid of them all.
Yeah, I don't know. I generally I feel like in the older versions of the games it doesn't feel as tedious to me, or it doesn't feel as annoying to me to have to fight each of them individually. Probably because I'm so very fond of using all of my characters at once. So what I tend to do is to just at least have one of them have to plan my battle so that everyone can attack. But I
Yeah.
think that is a habit I picked up from 10, because if they didn't attack, they wouldn't get XP.
Yeah, but this is it. I mean, I'm to be honest, I do the same as well. I've set people out because I know, say, like my characters are, by the way, all they're all what they used to be named, so I didn't change in the names of them. But like my character guy, he uses 2 axes and he's quite powerful. So I know if there's like a big kind of like nasty threat on the field that I want to get off straight away, I'll auto attack with him onto that big nasty threat, and then I could spread the others off onto the other creatures and stuff like that. Or if I need that little bit extra, I can set someone else to attack the same guy as the same monster as Guy, and you know I know then that big threat is definitely going to die.
Yeah. Your 2x guy, is that like a berserker?
Well, yeah, I've kind of made him into that. So he starts off with 1 axe, and then you can change everyone into anything. It's literally just what you fancy putting that person as. The only reason why I've kept him as like a 2-handed, because I just wanted a pure DPS person for attacking. So I thought, right, I'll have him attacking. I have the woman with the bow, Maya. I can't speak. I would have her do like more white mage spells, then black mage, and then I'd have I can't pronounce his name. Firon. As more my black mage, but he's going to be kind of like a dragoon kind of thing. So he starts off with a broadsword, and I changed it instantly to a lance and shield. So you can change it all. I mean, everyone can literally use every single. Hey, Wet Pizza, what's up? Every person can use every single weapon. You just got to, when you level them up with them, they just kind of get better with them, and kind of like they can hit easier, they can do crits and stuff like that. Which is, like I said, an amazing system. It's just get used to the system.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
One day when I'm rich, one day.
You don't have to be rich.
Oh, but I need to have money to at least buy the game. Which I cannot do right now.
Yeah, well, I know that feeling. I'm in my overdraft at the moment. I'm just counting down the days till we get paid.
Yeah, I counted down the hours today, honestly, because when I went to the passport office, I still hadn't gotten my paycheck in yet, and I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna suck because if I can't pay for the passport.
I thought you'd sorted that out already. Oops, didn't see that.
No, I had an appointment for sorting out the passport. It's like the main reason I couldn't go in June was because it took me like 3 months to even get an appointment with them. And then my appointment was today, and I thought that because when I called them to ask, I don't understand why they didn't say anything. When I called them to ask, all they said was, "Well, all you gotta do is to show up for the appointment, and we will sort out a passport for you, and it'll be like 10 minutes, and then you're done." And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds great." But when I got there today, they were like, "No, it's gonna take 7 weeks for the passport to arrive," and I'm like, "What? No one informed me about that."
Yeah, considering that you're coming over in what, 2-3 weeks now?
Exactly. So I was like, "Well, that sucks." But I can get a temporary passport, so it's not gonna be the end of the world. I will manage. It's just gonna cost a little bit more than I expected, but that's what I prepared for.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the passport itself cost like a little bit over 35 quid-ish, give or take.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that money on me when I went there, so I had to call my dad and ask if he could lend me some money so that I could pay for that before I got the paycheck. And he was like, "Well, I kind of have things I need to do, but when are you getting paid?" And I'm like, "I'm supposed to get paid today. I just haven't gotten the money yet."
Yeah.
So I said, "You will get the money back the moment, the second that I get them in." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's fine."
It's always bloody annoying when you having to wait for pay to go into your bank. Lucky enough, most of the companies that I've worked for have an automatic system, which basically is set up so it pays you on midnight. So they set up the system so it's meant to pay you kind of like the day before, but it works out because all the banks being kind of like iffy and stuff like that. It takes a while for the money to go through, so they pay you on midnight. And that's whenever I've started a job, they usually turn around and go, "Yeah, you get paid on this day," when really they've set it up for the day before. But yeah, it sucks waiting for the checks. But
yeah, it is what it is, but I'll work it out.
This is it. I am excited to see you guys so much.
I am so fucking excited.
It's gonna be so fun.
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I'm riding down. Obviously, it's gonna be interesting because this is gonna be the longest journey I've ever done. It's gonna be fun though. I couldn't do coach again. Not after. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Oh.
No worries.
Yeah, I can't do coach to London again. Not while the rail strikes are a thing. I just, getting stung once by you just kind of like, forget, whatever. But I got hit twice with the rail strikes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, I had to leave to get to my coach in the centre of London. I had to leave my mate's house at 7 o'clock. It took me 3.5 hours, I think, to get to where I needed for the coach. Whereas if there wasn't any rail strikes, it would have taken me hour and a half tops.
God damn, that is at least double the time.
This is it. Oh no, I'm ambushed. Whatever shall I do? Ooh, actually they hit hard.
I'm still on the. I'm watching the stream, but you are.
A little bit behind.
Yeah. It's a little bit behind. Ooh, okay, they do hurt.
One thing I'm a bit disappointed in, they still don't have summons yet. I thought this was the one that they started doing summons. I might be wrong, and I might get a summon later on, but...
Don't know, honestly. I think they have them in 3.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure there's like a Leviathan type of creature in this game. I think I saw it earlier. I could be wrong.
Is this one of the games where if you attack undead with healing abilities, they die?
They die or take damage, yeah, but this is the thing. It's not worth me doing that. Auto attacks do more damage. So like, actually these aren't undead, so I can't use that ability on them. Next undead, I'll do a couple of heal spells on. But yeah, you can use like life, and you've got a small chance of them instantly dying. I haven't tried using a Phoenix Down on one yet, though. So I might try that. Just for shits and giggles. So that was always fun.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, that was.
All I remember is in 10 when you fight the undead water serpent thingy.
Yeah.
Underneath the temple. If you throw 2 Phoenix Downs at him, he's just gone.
There was, yeah, there was one that was more powerful than a Phoenix Down, and if you chuck that, it was insta kill.
Yeah, that's it's the it's not holy. It's
Phoenix X or something like that. I think it was called.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I love little mechanics like that because you got to think that someone's actually kind of gone. What happens if I mess around here and go? Phew. Oh no, bad breath.
I mean, that is literally what happened with me and my friends, because I played 10 at the same time as my sister and my brother-in-law, and I was at their house when I was playing it because I lived at home at the time, and I was paying attention more to what they were doing than what I was doing, so I accidentally clicked left so that it targeted the boss when I was actually meaning to resurrect Yuna. So it was like, oh, oops.
Yeah. That's always fun, though. I think there's one in 9 that does the same as well. I think it's a water serpent as well, where you can chuck a Phoenix Down at them, and they basically just go, ah, no, my one weakness, healing items.
Yeah. It is so sad that they've taken that mechanic out of the more recent Final Fantasy games. Because even in 10-2 you can't do that.
Yeah, I suppose it's because people are expecting it now. They're kind of like, well, we've done this now, let's move on.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense because everything else reacts with the opposite element of whatever type it is. So it makes sense that a undead would take damage from light abilities or life abilities.
Yeah, I mean, it's like these, I've got these creatures in front of me at the moment, I don't know if they're on the stream yet. They're basically flans. So
yeah, I see them, yeah.
You get yellow jelly, red moose, and black flan. And the red ones are weak against thunder, the yellow ones are weak against blizzard, and the black ones are weak against fire. And it's like a rock paper scissors basically. It's the most simplest thing in any RPG. It's what not good. What Pokemon have done for years, which is just rock paper scissors. Fire beats grass, grass beats water, water beats fire. Nice simple mechanic that you can't really do wrong. I'm in a bad spot.
Are you still fighting the 3 Marlboros?
5 Marlboros, yeah.
Oh yeah, 5. Sorry, my bad. I cannot count apparently.
No, that's right. It's late, mate. By the way, also, if you get tired, just go to sleep. Don't try and stay up on my account. Okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading a text at the same time. Yeah,
Oh.
I will let you know. Don't worry.
Cool. One thing I will say about the earlier games, though, I've come across quite a bit. God damn them for like putting like Final Fantasy one of the end dungeons. I opened up a chest and it gave me a beginning staff and clothes and a potion. I was like, I'm on high potions and I've got like this amazing armor. Why are you giving me all this shitty junk, basically? So no, I think I might stop getting potions now because they just do nothing. But yeah, yeah, no, a lot of, I mean, it's a major thing with like some of the new Final Fantasies, like the action RPG stuff. It's just, I don't find action RPGs fun.
Well, that makes sense.
And I think, I was talking to, again, Matt last night, and you know, I don't understand why Blizzard would mess with something like this. I know they've got to move forward at some point, but I mean, each game they do, each Final Fantasy they do, there is different things in it. But I mean, if you're going to make an action RPG series, why not call it something else? Why call it Final Fantasy when Final Fantasy has like a good set template kind of thing?
Man, I don't know. It is just. I mean, when it comes to like what they did with World of Warcraft, it was basically just a copy paste off of EverQuest,
Yeah.
which basically started what we know as MMOs today. But I think the biggest issue that most things have these days is that they are so westernized, and Western culture has so much sway in what we do with everything in life, and that influences how Square Enix makes their games because they have to cater to a market that isn't just Japanese.
Yeah. But I mean, you have a look at these games. I think 1, 2, and 3 were never released to the West. I don't believe it was 4 was the first one that was released in the West. I think I might be wrong, but they're such amazing games, and they've got like remasters, and people always wanted to play them because. Okay. I nearly got party wiped.
Oops. Ah, yes, stoned. I saw that.
Oh, that was not nice. I might just do a quick save here, just in case. I was just, you know, talking, and then there was a sudden bad breath. Ah, shit. It wasn't even the Mana Bros that fucking done it either. But yeah, no, I know what you mean by sort of like Western culture has kind of like overtaken on a lot of things. It's, I understand that they've got to try and make money. At the same time, they've got to realise that like most of us who play these games actually prefer like a lot more like JRPG kind of titles than the Western RPG titles. The reason being is that they do it in such a unique way, and it's fun to play these different games.
It is, and it is very sad that the gaming community has. Well, it's not really the gaming community. It is more sad that the world as a general is trying so hard to just follow one formula and one formula only.
cater to the what everyone would consider the norm. It's like there's so many games out there that were never released and never like so many gaming ideas. That most of them obviously were. There's a lot of them out there that were really bad and obviously didn't kind of get made because they were going to be bad. But there's a lot of games out there that sound brilliant and kind of there were changes to them and there was no need to change them, but they were changed because they didn't think that sort of like that us as gamers would like it, but those ideas are what kind of needs to be done. Like so many original IPs that were never made, and they were just told, yeah, just slap Mario on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, sort of like I was listening to a podcast for a few months. I don't know if they've released anything new. I think they haven't. But it just basically talks about all old games and the development process and this, that, and the other. And I'm just listening to this at work while I'm doing the shopping, and it's just interesting just to Crystal Rod to hear about all these stories of prime example, Super Mario Bros. 2, I think it was. They refused to release it in the West because they thought it was too hard for us. So they reskinned a different game and sent it over to the West. And then, so we didn't get that experience until recently, and now that game is called The Lost Levels.
Yeah.
It's just, it sucks that when stuff like that happens, but at least now we've got a way of playing them. I need to get out of here. What are you doing at the moment?
Just texting.
Okay.
Listening to you and texting at the same time. I'm a man of many talents.
We already knew this.
Did we though?
We did.
The tent looks like a little knight's helmet. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, on the first one you had sleeping bag, tent, and cottage. Sleeping bag was minimum, tent was medium, and cottage was full hill. On this, I've only found cottages, which is fully restore. But yeah, I mean, these are the Pixel remasters, I believe, and I've seen kind of. I actually saw a video the other day of the original Final Fantasy #1 as a on the NES, I think it was. And they they've definitely done it justice. I mean, it is exactly the same game. It's just they redone the whole kind of like graphics, made it look smarter, smoother. They've done a really amazing job on that game.
That's good though.
Yeah. That's the thing, I don't mind kind of like I can't be asked to face these, just run. That's the thing though, with remasters like that, that's what you want. That's what the fans want. It's just like a little bit updated graphics, but the same gameplay, the same game. But for some reason when they went for 7, they were like, nah, we're changing the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm upset.
Have you seen gameplay of it?
I have seen a little bit, yeah, but mostly you told me that a few of the major changes, and that just makes me. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna give Square Enix money for fucking up my childhood.
Yeah.
It's not really childhood. I was a teenager at the time, but you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Well, the new one's coming out soon. It's like a part 2. And I'm just wondering what they're gonna go up to on that, because the first part they went up to. You didn't even get out of. You just got out of the Midgard City. Yeah, the first area in 1. In Final Fantasy 7. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just managed to get out of there. So I'm just wondering what the hell are they gonna do? What part are they going to go up to? Because past that, you've got the whole open world. Why not just make it the whole game at that point?
I know, right? But I mean, I kind of understand why they're releasing the game in sections, because it is a massive game. There's a really long storyline to that. So I kind of understand why they've done that, but at the same time...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest gripe with it is that I mean, Final Fantasy 7 when it first came out was on, was it 3 or 4 discs?
4.
Yeah.
Technically, it's 4.5, because what you do is you play through disc 1 and 2, and then you play through 3, which is technically really short, and then you hop to 4, which has a fuck ton of cutscenes on it. So when you're done with 4, you have to go back to 3.
I can't remember doing that, but yeah. To be fair,
I remember doing that very, very clearly, because I fucked up so badly on my first run through.
Yeah.
And I hated it, because what I did was when I got to disc 4, I was like, okay, I'm on the last disc. I'm not gonna be able to fuck this up anymore, so I'll just keep doing shit. So I walked around in the entire area on disc 4, and I ended up in a village, Yuffie's village.
Yeah, where she steals all your materia.
Oh yeah, no, I'd had her in my party for forever at that point, because she was one of the first people I recruited, because I constantly kept trying to get her to come with me, and
Yep.
I didn't have internet at the time, so I had to actually do trial and error. But the thing that was annoying was when I got to disc 4, you finally start like getting to see more of her storyline. You can visit her little village and start talking to the people around there.
Yeah.
And there's a quest line that happens when you're going in there with her in your party.
Yeah.
And it starts the whole section of her storyline and her thing going forward. And I was like, okay, well, this is clearly a part of the storyline, so I'm not gonna do that. Then I went onwards with my main storyline, and I had to go back to disc 1. But my save file was still on disc 4, so when I got back to disc 3, so when I got back to disc 3, it didn't load the storyline.
Oh god.
And I got bugged.
So you had to restart.
Because I wasn't supposed to be on that part yet.
Oh Jesus. I never had that. To be fair, I didn't complete 7 because I think I didn't have it. I didn't buy it. I had 8 and 9, but 7 I didn't own. I borrowed it from a friend, and I never completed it. But yeah, it's that sucks. That really sucks when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, and there wasn't any chance for me to save it. Like that was the moment that I learned the reason why you have multiple save files.
Yeah. That's the thing. So, like I was when I was staying around my friend's house, he was playing like a dragon, Yakuza, and I was playing. Well, I started playing this, and I was playing a bit of my Switch, and yeah, and you know, nowadays you don't. If something goes wrong with your save file, your whole thing is fucked, basically. on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, basically, you know, if something's wrong with your corrupt, if your save file gets corrupt, basically the whole game's corrupt. You have to uninstall it and reinstall it again, which at that point you might lose all your data anyway.
Yeah.
But even then, so like he was doing double saves just because, you know, back in the day that's what you had to do to make sure if it did get corrupted, you've got a way of getting this stuff back.
Yeah. Oh, I learned my lesson.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's a sucky way of doing it, but yeah.
I mean, the bright side of having grown up in the 80s, early 90s is that you learned that sometimes you fuck up and you just have to start again.
Yep. Right, it's got to be an easy way for me to. There it is, down here. Yeah, that's. Good thing about that though is nowadays you don't have to worry about that too much. Everything's saved on the internet and you can do what you want.
Indeed.
I do love the theory though that like Final Fantasy 14 is basically every Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the only thing that doesn't back that up is that there's only 8 worlds in that theory.
Well, no, because there's 15 crystals. There's 15 Final Fantasies when 14 was made.
Well, yeah, when that version of 14 was made, that's true. But the Zodiac worlds are only 8. The worlds where the Ashins are from, those are only 8.
I swear there was 15 crystals. I'm gonna look it up now quickly.
I could be wrong.
Let's see, 14. Oh, crystal shards. The 13 is lost. There's at least 13, because the 13 is the only one that they're lost. 14 worlds, which are all fragments of what used to be 14. There's the source and 13 reflections.
Oh, okay.
I thought there was 15, to be fair.
Oh, the thing is, like, the original Final Fantasy 14 was made before 15 came out.
Yeah.
So it isn't impossible that like the theory isn't impossible either way,
No.
because there still could be a 15 that we just either don't know about or has happened later.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be 16 in that case.
True.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I was talking about the 5 and earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I've just hit him.
You found it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big fucking maelstrom.
Yeah. But I mean, just playing Final Fantasy 1, the similarities to that and the first world in 14, the one you go over to, it's just amazing. And the whole fact that they even got dwarves that say "Laddie ho."
Yeah, I mean, they've always had um, references to their other games,
Oh yeah. Oh wait.
but it is an absolutely amazing world as a general. Like it kind of like with the Legend of Zelda games, because in Skyward Sword, there's a lot of lore that gets tied together with the world that Link is in that world, and that kind of touches on the same sort of premise that there are multiple worlds and you're actually just playing different versions of all of the same story in different versions of the world.
Yeah.
But it does it in a really beautiful way. Like, I know that a lot of people don't like Skyward Sword as much, but I absolutely fucking loved that game. And it's not a typical Zelda game in like it doesn't feel as dark and sad sort of
Yeah.
as a lot of the other Zelda games do. But it was an absolutely lovely experience for me to play through, especially because it was like the first game that had like the motion thing. Granted, that was wonky as fuck in the beginning, but hey.
Yeah, but they're always going to be like that though when you first try a new system.
Yeah.
When you try a new system that no one's ever really tried properly before, it's always going to be kind of wonky.
Yeah, but it was like on the Wii when you were like moving the because you had to use the controller to kind of capture the motion to use the sword and stuff and swing it back and forth.
Yeah.
And it didn't always catch the emotions properly, and sometimes Link would get stuck.
Yeah.
It was kind of
It's frustrating with that sort of thing, but I mean, look where we are now with motion controls with the Switch and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is like no matter. I can shit on Nintendo for a lot of things, but if there is one thing that they really do really well, is that they try to implement new mechanics and new like technology into their gaming console without making it an accessory or more expensive for the user.
Yeah.
And that's something that is unique for Nintendo, because like PlayStation doesn't give a fuck.
No.
They have like, oh well, you can use all of the motion sensors and VR sets and all of those things, but you have to get them separately. And Xbox is even worse, because Xbox is driven by Microsoft and they're just a money grabbing scheme from here to hell.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that you even get a fucking controller with an Xbox.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is though, with that, with the Xbox ones, you got a wireless controller. You got a wireless controller, but it wasn't rechargeable, so you had to keep on buying batteries.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's just like, why? We're in the 20th century. We're trying to reduce waste and stuff like that, and you've given us something that's completely wasteful. It's not like it was like back in the Xbox One days, or it's not like it's like back in the day where that was your only choice. Rechargeable batteries were a thing, but companies couldn't implement them because they weren't that great. Nowadays, you've got rechargeable battery packs in every single other console. Like the Switch you just literally attach it to the main dock and it charges up your controller, even if it's not connected to like a main source or anything. It will still charge it up through the initial battery. Why are there people down here? Question mark. There's a whole little village down here. Okay. But yeah, so like, and the the thing with that is, you think even now it's really difficult to actually get first party rechargeable batteries. You have to go third party because they just don't do them. And it's just like, how ridiculous that is. It's just unbelievable.
It is absolutely fucking stupid.
Sweet. I'm finding some cool stuff in the 5 at least.
Good. Very good.
Yeah, so I found that a dragoon called Richard.
I see that. Richard.
Yes, his name is Richard.
I still cannot believe that fucking why can I not remember his name? The Dragoon in Final Fantasy 14.
Oh,
Estienne. Estienne. I cannot believe that he gets absolutely manhandled.
yeah, oh my god, I was laughing. Honestly, I really wanted you just to. I wanted you to play it just so I could talk to you about that.
It is so funny. Yeah, and the worst part is like in the Japanese voice lines, because the camera fades away and it zooms in on your character and the rest of the team, you can actually hear Estienne in the background goes, "Oi oi oi, yamete!" So fucking amazing.
That's brilliant. Right, okay, this is.
I love it so much.
It's great. It's the thing is with it, it's just so out there. You're having this really serious moment, and then this happens. It's like, oh my god.
I never thought I'd see the day when Final Fantasy made fan art of itself.
Yeah, well, this is it. It's like all the fan artists
And
want to go.
out of all of the characters in that crew that has potential for being manhandled, Estienne was not on the top of my list.
No.
But my god, that is just.
Well, I think
There is no other gaming system that can make me laugh and cry as well as Square Enix does.
the thing is though, with that scene, it kind of it's a welcome kind of part because you're going through some serious obviously some serious emotions at that time. So
Absolutely.
and it's just a nice little kind of breather of kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, they're still kind of they're serious, but they're still human kind of thing.
Yeah, and it is just like I've barely just started the island. Or like the I've just said goodbye to Tataru and sailed across and started talking to the alchemists. And that kind of thing, and you know, you get introduced to the Shardians by, oh yeah, you have to be very careful with how you say things and make sure that you don't like offend anyone, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And with Alice and Alphinaud basically being homeless, it is just like it feels like the start of a very heavy thing, and then you have just Estienne being manhandled in the background. It's so beautiful, and I love Estienne and Alphinaud's friendship. It's so beautiful to me because it's like Estienne loves picking on him.
Well, that's the thing. Sort of like the chemistry between them all. Like they have become like so close. I think like close as a family, and
Yeah.
the the teasing that goes back and forth between them all is just brilliant.
Yes, and I cannot express how much I love. As one of the things that I know is spoke. I don't know if it was you or Pantsu or Fermi, but I spoke to one of you about like the development of Alice's character.
Yeah.
Because when you start the game, you obviously see both of them, and in the middle of that, she has an outburst. She rages out the door, and you never see her again for a while. The next time she shows up, is when you're dealing with Phoenix, and the whole raid situation, and she seems like an angry teenager, basically.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only thing that you ever really get to see of her. And then the next time you meet her, you're supposed to be uh you're supposed to be very close to her, you're supposed to have all sorts of emotions, but up until that point, you've only ever been dealing with Alphanod. And
Yeah.
Alphanod has been going through so many changes by then. It's so hard to kind of connect with Alice in the same way that you do with Alphanod. But then Shadowbringer comes along, and you're just like,
Yeah.
but I think because of Shadowbringers, she probably skyrocketed to the top of my list of my favorite characters, because the development that happens with her in that arc is just superb.
Well, this is it. It's character development for all of them has been like amazing. Um, I mean, I when you first see the twins, I just like thought, oh my god, these snooty brats. I hope I don't have to deal with them a lot. And obviously they're a major part of the story and stuff.
Yeah.
But the character development with them, by the end of the game, I was just like, you know, like I said, they're part of the family, and they're just like you said, they've grown so much. It's just
They
unreal.
really have. And I was playing with Anzia, and someone we were running through a dungeon with her, and I was healing, she was DPSing, and I had time to actually like pay attention to what was happening in chat and stuff, because she was just busy trying to learn the game and learning the buttons. And someone said in chat, "Oh, I bet you like Orphanod because he's the stereotypical shonen character because of the name of the character for the tank."
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what? It's like this guy had the name of, I think it was a Dragon Ball, like the person who said that had the name of a Dragon Ball Z character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, excuse you? It's like, have you actually played the game? Yes, Orphanod is a stereotypical shonen character. By all means, I can see where you're getting that from, but don't diss on a person for liking that.
Well, this is it.
Orphanod is a fucking amazing character.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, that's the thing with all the characters. They develop so much. I mean, it's a shame we lost a few characters on the way, but they're just sort of like.
I am not too sad about certain someone.
Gone.
Minfilia.
Uh, See, I thought she was a good character. She was kind of like the motherly kind of thing.
She was, but at the same time, the biggest issue that I've had with characters in Final Fantasy, like A Realm Reborn, is that the characters aren't as fleshed out as they could have been, and I don't fault the game for that.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of things that happened in the beginning of Final Fantasy 14 that changed a lot of things, and they've done a lot of reworks, and things have kind of like been pushed through and stuff. But I never got a deep connection with Minfilia, and I basically just thought that she was an annoying little bitch who wanted me to go around and do errands for her.
See,
But
that
I
was
mean,
that was more the game's fault, not.
Yes, yes, that was much more the game's fault. I absolutely agree with that. But when I played through it the second time, I didn't have that feeling of it because they've fixed a lot of the errand runs in the storyline. You don't really notice, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Because they've like shortened the storyline so that it doesn't overlap so much. So they've taken out a few of the steps and kind of added a new cutscene in there every now and then. And that was a really nice thing of them to do, honestly.
And also they also give you
Waypoints, or yeah, like
Oh.
teleportations to Westboro Bay, so you don't have to like constantly run there.
Yeah, from Horizon, which was like so needed.
Yes, absolutely.
So like it was just sorry, I'm just trying not to cough. It was just it was literally like beating a dead horse with a dead horse at some points.
Yes,
Of
absolutely.
going back and forward.
Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I absolutely enjoy spending time on my chocobo, but there are limits to how much chocobo sounds I want.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to progress in the game.
Well, this is it. Instead of going back and back and back and forward and back and forward.
Mm.
To be fair, ooh. Let's try attacking first. What's the Mordona's getting to that point with me though, because every single time there's a new big patch out, you have to go back to Mordona and get everything sorted and.
Correct. That is still an issue. That's an ongoing issue. To be fair though, it is they have still managed to create a environment where, because like the second problem that they had with Around Reborn was the patch in between that and Heavensward.
Yeah, it was just ridiculously big and unnecessarily like.
Yes.
Sorry.
And it was just an absolute fucking mess.
Sorry, just to show you that they're still doing this bullshit. I'm gotta be close to like near end game, and I'm in this tower, and I open up a chest, and they give me a fucking staff. A level 1 staff that has +4 attack. Most of my weapons have like +50.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's the thing. You know, so like they still need to like iron out a lot of the kinks, but I just hope they don't change too much and kind of like ruin the experience for new players.
Oh no, from what I can tell, it has improved a lot in the beginning, because like I said, when I played through it again, the flow of the raids was a lot better for like on cinematic and questline experiences.
Yeah.
Because it felt much more like an ending than it did previously, and I absolutely adore them for that. But I do agree that it sucks that you can't just AFK anymore.
Yeah. See, that's such a thing on Prey and on Castrum. It was nice to be able to just do that. You used to be able to just go, fuck it. You're like, everyone else is here. I should be fine. But now you can't do that.
No, you cannot. But yeah, no, it's for new player wise, like I think the thing that I appreciate the most about my gaming abilities is that despite the fact that I know or that I remember most of the things that I experienced during cutscenes and storylines, I still have the ability to go back to a game and play through it again and see what they've changed and how it can affect new players' perspectives, and how the flow goes. And as a new player experience, as far as a new player experience goes, the changes that they've done to Around Reborn are fantastic.
Yeah.
They are really good because they've cut down a lot of the downtime. They've added a few more cutscenes. They've given you a lot better experience with interacting with the people that you are supposed to be bonding with, and it feels so much more like the start of something new, rather than just this is just another MMO.
Yeah. Which I can
That is really good.
Which I can appreciate. Like, that's the reason why they're the #1 MMO at the moment, is because they listen to their community and try and drive forward this whole thing of, this is your game. We're not just trying to make money out of this. This is your game. Here's what you've asked for. We've made some other improvements as well.
Yeah. And I think the major reason why I have such a huge respect for Square Enix as a company is that they do try that with every game that they do. Like even Outriders, which is much more of a Western game than it is a Square Enix game. Even that, they will still listen to what the fans want and try to kind of cater toward that, and try to kind of fix the things that don't work as well as they should, and that aren't because it is apparently a very difficult game to play. I haven't played it myself, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is supposed to be a very difficult game, and my friend who doesn't play that kind of games at all is really enjoying it, and that was surprising to me because like I said, he doesn't play that kind of games at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, it's like you said, they're trying to do more Western games, and don't get me wrong, it's good that they're trying to do new things, but at the same time, what we don't have a lot in the market is like JRPGs and like Eastern games, kind of thing. So games that are just more. I don't know. The thing I'm looking for really is kind of like just difference. Like if you flood the market with just Western type games, then it's just gonna be boring, and it's gonna be the same copy and paste thing each time.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. No arguments at all. And I think that is the major reason why I don't play as many games as I did, because of the fact that there are they're all either just a copy of themselves or trying to be something that they really shouldn't be. And it's sad that it's come to that.
Yeah. It is what it is, and I mean, I do try all these different games. Oh, sorry, I just had to plug my phone in to charge.
No worries.
I want some charge before I go to work today.
Why am I creating copper bars? Can you tell me that?
What are you playing?
My time at Porsche.
Okay. Upgrade your tools.
My tools are max upgrade until I can get 4 bronze.
Okay. Is there an item in your farm that you need to use copper bars with? Like a sprinkler
Not
system?
that I know of. There are some copper pipes though. I think I just put on copper bars because I didn't have anything else to do.
Ah, okay.
Right.
To be
So
fair,
in that case,
that's what I started doing, and I'll start to. I've because we had like Neron, a whole stack of like copper ore. I just started putting the copper ore into the smelters, just so they've got something to do.
Don't blame you. Why is that a thing? What is the difference between these two? 60, 45. Okay, so I really want to upgrade
oops.
that instead.
I accidentally attacked one of my own teammates. Oh, thank God he didn't get to attack.
Iron sword, yes, I want the iron sword. Good thing I'm making iron bars.
Well, to get-
if at any point you feel like you want to try my time at Porsche, it is actually really fun. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it is actually really fun.
Well, we've got to complete Stardew first.
This is true, but this isn't a multiplayer game either, so
Ah, okay, I see.
which sucks because that would have been fun.
Yeah, but a lot of those sort of types of games aren't multiplayer because they can't get the balancing right.
Yeah, I can absolutely see why having this game as a multiplayer game would be
Difficult.
harder to do than everything else. I need to upgrade this thing. How do I do that? By upgrading this thing.
So yeah, I think that's where kind of like Stardew is like really awesome in that sort of thing. You're actually able to play co-op, and it feels balanced as well because you're all used to the same.
Makes sense, makes sense. Alright, so now that I am doing that, and I'm doing that, I don't have carbon, but that's because I need that.
I need to go back up this way.
I need quality leather, which I will need for the... which I can't do before I've got grinder going, so... I'm making more wooden boards.
I'm kind of half tempted to, because I've got the Pixel remastered for 3, 4, and I think 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think the 3D remakes. I'm kind of tempted to go for the Pixel ones because I really like this art style. I prefer this art style to the 3D stuff.
Makes sense. The question is, how do I make the... can I make it? Is that something that I can make? It's not a thing I can make. How do I fix that?
One thing I will say though, the new characters, when you do get new characters on this, they're basically useless. They're cannon fodder. They don't ever have any MP. They have like, well, this guy Richard has got like 600 health, and I've upped him 200 health already. My character's got 3,000 basically. So, like I said, just cannon fodder.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like cannon fodder. Is there no way that you can train them?
Well, yeah, if I went out grinding, but my other characters are overpowered. Why would I need to go and grind?
True.
Ooh. Okay. Thunder for you. Thunder for you. That there. Fire! Burn you all to the ground! So yeah, you don't actually... doesn't look like you go up against Leviathan in this now. It just looks like he swallows you whole.
I mean, that makes sense. He's a giant Leviathan.
Yeah. Would have been nice to beat the shit out of him though.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. I wonder when they're going to bring back Unreal fights in 14 as well. I think they were talking about the Leviathan.
I think they already have. Could be wrong.
Oh, okay. I'm just that far behind.
To be fair, you're not further behind than me, my friend. But I think it is mostly. I could be wrong though. Like, I could have misread it. I thought I saw the Unreal Trials as options on my to-do list, sort of.
Yeah.
Thing.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked the Leviathan Unreal fight because it was just, if you got a good group, it went down so much easier than the other Unreal fights. But it was just mechanics more than anything. It wasn't a hard fight. It was just mechanics of like, kill this thing as quick as possible. Get to this side before it splashes down on you.
Mm.
Whereas like Titan is, yeah, people have to stack, then you don't stack, then it can push you off the edge, and it's just like such a small platform. The healers get attacked for no reason. Ooh.
Yeah, that's annoying. I don't remember if I tried the Unreal Titan one. I don't think I did.
I did, and I had Foul as a healer with me, and oh my god, I could throttle that guy after that fight. Like, I thought I was doing the mechanics alright, no problem, and then he was just standing there doing fuck all, and it was just like, concentrate, you asshole. We, as healers, we have mechanics to do.
Yeah.
Because there's a tether. And if the tether is a certain way, you have to move away from each other. If a tether is something else, you have to move close to each other. Then you have to get behind people who get trapped in the stone, and then you have to. Yeah, there was lots of mechanics in the fight. I hated it. I hate Titan.
I don't think you're alone. I think a lot of people hated Titan.
I can't go up. Okay. Where am I at?
I'm asking myself that question every day.
Let's get to this and then. No, okay. We'll go straight into fight.
I might have fucked myself. Right. Where are my research desks? Discs. They should be under research. Oh, this game has a thing that I am seriously happy about, and it's such an underestimated function.
What's that?
That like you can access if you open up your boxes, because you can create boxes. Then you can you know, the storage boxes. I don't know why I'm blanking out so much.
Because it's
You,
1:30 in the morning. 2:30 for you.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, you can access them from everywhere depending on like where you if you put one down, you can access all of them from everywhere. And you can name them, and you don't have to worry about like going in between them. So if you're opening one box and you realize, oh fuck, that's the wrong box, you don't have to worry about going back to the old box and trying to circle through all of them. You can just click on the drop down menu and select the box in question.
That's good. Yeah, that's an overlooked thing that really should be in most games.
Yep. Drop down menus are OP. Hello.
So, like, I think that's the biggest pain in the ass thing of Stardew is that you have to remember what is in each box.
Yeah, figuring out what goes where, and it has an auto sort button. It's so nice.
Well,
It
technically,
has an auto sort. You just click on the auto sort, and then everything in your inventory goes to the right box.
oh, as in, so like it sends it to certain boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you have, because I like to like organize things. I have one box called nature, one box that's called mining. So if you have one iron bar in the mining box and wood in the other box, and you have 50 in your inventory, you just click auto sort and it automatically stacks it with the rest of them in the boxes.
Oh, see, that's nice.
It's so nice.
Ooh, okay, let's do a quick save here, because I don't know what this guy's going to be like.
Okay, let me see. What can I create? The parts with that. I don't have the parts with that.
Oh, okay. Right, let's do Berserk. I'm actually going to do Shell, because I think he's going to do magic. I was right. Oh, 16! He does magic plus 16. Let's haste everyone. Oh, he's dead. He got one big hit in, but I managed to kill him. Yeah.
Petra, that wasn't what I wanted you to do, but okay. I still haven't decided who I want to court in this game, because there's no candidate that I'm going, oh my god, you are perfect.
Aren't they all animals?
No.
That might have been a different game I was looking at then. Oh my god. Crowley,
Did you just one-shot the Red Hulk?
No, I didn't. When I get into the battle with the vampire girl, let's just look at their sprites.
Alright.
That threw me off a little bit.
Alright, you are on a floor. On a map, you're walking. You're in battle. Okay.
Booba!
That is some,
Cleavage.
they can probably compete with Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, no, that definitely was not what I expected to see in a Final Fantasy game. Well, okay, no. To be fair, there's a lot of boo-boos in Final Fantasy games, but
There is. Oh, dude, that. So, like I said, I searched up sort of like, what was that game? Ghost Watchers. I searched
yeah.
it up and I was just laughing when I saw that it actually was. There was boo physics. I mean, why would you need jiggle physics in a ghost game?
Did you see that one of the characters has a move that goes counterclockwise?
No, I didn't see that.
I need to figure out which one of my YouTubers um have that had that in the, because I know that it was Rose Quincell that pointed it out. So it was either in a Rocky video or a Goosty video, but Goosty doesn't really have a whole lot of YouTube videos. So it could have also been in a Squirrel video, but it's very hard to say. Regardless, all I remember is every one of us should go this girl, because then we will all have counterclockwise boob jiggling. And it just had me laughing in tears, and I just I cannot that sentence came out of a woman. It just made me laugh so hard.
It makes no sense though. Why you put it into the game? You're putting extra stuff into your game, extra work for you to do.
Yeah, and the fact what bothers me the most is that they had to individually not create a code that made basic jiggle physics. They had to individually make a code for each breast.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand what the point of that is.
Oh god. It is brilliant though. Like when you said about it, I was just like, "There's no way. There's no way that could be true." You know, you've got to be like not lying, but just having a joke or something. And I was just like, "No." It's like the first video I clicked on. I was like, yeah, "There's a bit of jiggle there." So like, he doesn't really show it, but there's a bit of jiggle there. And then the second video I watched, I was like, "Yeah, that's why."
Yeah, jiggle physics.
Oh shit, confused.
I will not, under any circumstances, be able to take a scary game seriously when there are jiggle physics.
Well, this is it. I can't remember how to get rid of. Confuse. Confuse is a nasty thing in this game.
Confuse is a nasty in most Final Fantasy games. Most of the time you have to beat the sense out of your teammates.
I don't know if you have to on this one, because last time a character of mine got confused, they nearly killed them, one-shotted themselves because they were doing that much damage.
Yeah, that usually also happens.
Okay.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Now I know that those imps do confuse, I'm going to have to target them down. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, that jiggle physics.
Yep.
I mean, can you imagine if Phasmo had that? The amount of glitches and stuff you already get in that game, and you add jiggle physics to the actual thing, it's like you're just asking for trouble.
Yup. I think the thing that throws me off the most about that game is that the maps that they've used are pretty much identical to the Phasmo games.
So it's just kind of like a copy paste kind of job.
Yeah, kind of. I think they've just copy pasted everything from Phasmo except jiggles, just jiggle physics and characters.
So we basically can expect that game to be taken down after a lengthy lawsuit.
Either that or they're just not gonna get any money for it at all. It isn't extremely identical, but it is identical enough because like when I think it was I'm pretty sure it was Rocky, who played with Goosey, Rose, and Squirrel,
Hmm.
I think. And when they got dragged, because one of the mechanics that the ghosts have in that game is that they can drag you to a room,
Yeah, I saw that.
and they Rocky got grabbed from one classroom and got dragged to another classroom up the stairs. And during that session, when he did that, the layout of that school was pretty much identical to the high school in Phasmo, and that kind of made me like, yeah, that's not gonna last long. This is not a game that's gonna have any kind of following.
Well, that's the thing. I know, like, stuff like schools are going to be the same, hospitals are going to be the same. You know, because if you go to one school to another, usually they are just basically copy paste, kind of things. But there's always differences that you can make though in your game. So like, not every school is the same. So like, some will have an extra wing added on, or they'll have a different loadout for the classrooms and stuff like that. It's it's about making some effort, and if you put all your effort into the jiggle physics, you're not gonna have a great, like you said, the following or anything like that.
I mean, they're welcome to give it a try, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna last. Like that is definitely a game that is going to fade really fast. Because people are gonna get annoyed with the mechanics of it. They're gonna get annoyed with the bugs that are gonna happen with it. And the developers are probably not gonna give a fuck about the rest of the gameplay as a general. Like, it looks like the kind of game, and I know that I'm shitting on a lot of I'm shitting on a game that I haven't played yet, but it looks like the kind of game that tried to make a game in a hype,
Yeah,
while it was still a hype.
Yeah, cashing on the hype, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I mean, I'm the same as you, kind of like, I haven't played that game yet, but you can clearly see, I mean, they've got some good things in it already from what I've seen, and I've only seen about like 5 minutes of gameplay. But I mean, the whole dragging away mechanic is really cool.
Oh yes, 100%.
I think it could be a little bit annoying at certain points. I could see it being annoying. You try to set something down, and then all of a sudden you're dragged away, and then you've got to try and find your way back there. But like you said, I think they've concentrated on the wrong things, and they're just trying to cash in as quickly as they could.
Yeah, there's like one feature to that game that I really wish they had in Phasmo, and that is the actual exorcism. Like, you are actually trying to capture the ghost and get rid of them.
Okay.
That is really cool. Like, the fact that after you've identified which ghost it is, you then have to do a ritual or like a series of things to capture it. But again, they've added a few extra steps to that is a little tedious, because at one of the ghosts was, in order to capture them, you first have to have them chase you so you can stun them, then you have to throw rock salt at them, and after you've done that, you need to throw holy oil at them, and after you've done that, you need to throw the trap at them. And it's just like, you're relying a lot on the mechanics of the ghost actually being stunned long enough for you to be able to do that. And if you're doing that with a group that has died and you're the only person left, how in the living fuck are you supposed to be able to have time to do all of that?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. If your whole team has died and you're the only person left alive, and you can only carry a certain amount of items, you're fucked. You might as well just go, no, I'm out of here, see you later.
It is a very nice additional to things that I definitely feel like Phasmo could have done.
Yeah.
In their game as well, and the fact that you can access anything from the van. You can purchase them directly from the van. Also, really nice like that. But at the same time, it is just like, why do you have to have that many steps to capture the ghost?
Well, this is it. It's not only that. It sounds like, especially if you've got to have the ghost chase you as well. I mean, if it catches you, you're dead. So, I mean, it kind of feels like
Not
more.
necessarily. There are ways you can get out of it.
Oh,
If it starts capturing you and drags you to the room, it doesn't always immediately kill you. Depends a little bit on what kind of ghost it is as well. And before it starts to drag you, you have the opportunity to turn around to face it and then throw it at it and stun it and run away, which is nice. But it is, again, a lot of steps.
yeah. A lot of steps for no real reward kind of thing.
Yeah, that is that. Yeah, exactly. Wait, I need cover bars. Where's my cover bars at? I just made a bunch load.
You did, as you said about.
Splitting. There we go. I need 3. Thank you very much. Put the iron there. Those in the blender. What else do I need for this one? Simple circuits. I don't have simple circuits, do I?
There you go.
Ooh, I do.
I was trying to be lazy and just auto attack this flank because he didn't die. And with the flans, they sometimes have such high defense that they take 0 damage. So 3 of my people hit the 3 more powerful ones, hit it and hit for nothing, and then my Dragoon comes in and just pokes it and it dies finally.
Nice.
Oh, give me the item. Give me the items.
Ew. Great. I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Alright.
Ramon's sword. Oh, I need the upgrading kit for that. Fuck! Oh. Need to go to the mission to see.
Oof, that hurt. That hurt even more. Okay.
Something useful. It's gonna take 3 days. New diagram BD stop. Thank you. How many carbon steel do I need for the grinding blade? 1.5. Can you create half carbon bar for me, please?
Carbon
No.
bar.
Yep. Carbon steel.
Okay. to say, isn't that just like matter?
Technically, yes.
Like carbon
But
is all
it
matter.
is this game has like an update or like a talent tree system where you can reduce the cost of what it requires to make items, right?
Oh, that's nice.
And it's very nice, except for one very big flaw.
What's that?
Instead of using your resources because it goes it goes down by a little bit,
Yeah.
just a little bit. So instead of saying that you need 2 copper bars to create this item, it says no, you need 1.6. And I'm like, you're still gonna use the 2. It's not a change.
It should give you sort of like 1 point bloody 2.
Yeah, it's I think it's probably gonna change later, but yeah.
I mean, it's a cool idea, but if you've got to use 2, there's no point of grabbing it.
I think it's I think it probably goes down by half of like it goes down by 50% if you upgrade the talent more than once. But I only have it in once.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to reset my talent points. Oh shit! I died. I did not expect that.
You died? You in combat?
Died. It was in combat. Yes.
Ooh.
That was unexpected. Let's try that again. I do really like the overall feel of this game. Like it has a very large variety of what it has to offer. It's I mean the storyline is a little dodgy, but you know it's not.
Oh, Basilisk. It's a farming sim game basically, so you can't exactly.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a masterpiece.
Exactly, and but it's still really good. For that, because I mean it's not a terrible idea. It's not a terrible concept. It's not a terrible execution. And it's nice because it you can just be completely for going combat, and you have 3 different talent points that you can choose to go for, and it's really nice. It's got a lot of replayability.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. They've done a good job. They done good.
Oh no, that hit. Okay.
Yes, give me all the money. All the monies. Give me all the monies.
I mean, it's nice for those sort of games where it gives you the options to pick between, like, oh fuck it, done auto battle and she's got. Sorry, it's nice when it gives you the option to not just kind of farm, but you've got other stuff you can do in the world.
Yeah, I mean, in that aspect, it is very much like Stardew because you have the option of going to the farms, or going to the caves, gathering. Actually, you don't have the option. You have to. You have to go to the caves because you won't be able to use to upgrade your items, or build half of the things if you don't go to the caves.
Yeah.
But it's not 100% a farming sim, because what you are basically doing is that you're supposed to be building things for the community that you live in.
Yeah.
And that's it's got kind of like a cute grunge feel to it because it's post-apocalyptic as well.
Okay.
And it's got really nice cutesy mechanics or graphics, so it doesn't feel like a typical post-apocalyptic setting, and it's nice.
Yeah.
Different, very different, but also very much the same. I like it.
Okay, that's where I need to go.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, my eviction from Porsche. Someone broke your resource box. Yes, I know, but
Yes, it was me. Mwahaha.
but you are my resource box, though.
So there's an item. There's an usable
I
item.
don't
on
know
this.
if that's a compliment, but okay.
There's a resource in this game, an item that you
Hello.
can use called Unicorn Horn.
Yeah.
And all it does, those unicorn horns, super rare, kind of like mythical creatures. All it does is basically, if you get stunned in battle, or you get like venom, which is kind of like poison but only lasts for the battle. If you get that, it only gets rid of that. It doesn't get rid of anything else. So if you had anything like super bad happen to you, it won't get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have used something else for that instead of a unicorn horn.
Yes, you're not wrong, but you know, unicorn horns.
Yeah.
They do be magical, you know.
Yeah, no, and I understand that, but I would have used the unicorn horn for something a little bit,
More exciting?
Yeah.
Are you saying that you would like to use it for something
No, don't you go there.
savory?
I knew you were going to go there.
Of course I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
There's a lot of these rooms that are like completely empty as well. And in one you could see which rooms had stuff in it. So if you went to the map, you'd be able to see, if you went inside one room, you'd be able to see the inside of all the rooms. So you could tell which ones actually had items and chests in them.
That sounds...
It's useful.
Yeah.
But in this one, you go into a room and you see that room, and if it's empty, it's empty, and you try and walk back out again. For some reason, your guy, when he goes into a room, has to kind of like do a power slide into the room. So he starts off.
You know, he's asserting his dominance. You know, you can't fault the guy for that.
I know, but they like kind of start off in the middle of the room, and you've got to walk back out again.
True.
Like I said, it's doing a power slide into the middle of the room, and it's like, why?
Friend. Ollie said, find the dog. Or said he heard barking in the collapsed wasteland. Let's go check it out. Hi, kitten. No, kitten, you don't bark. You meow.
Damn it. I think that's the last room. No, this one more down there.
Oh, I told you that Anzia gave me the silent treatment, right?
Yeah.
We worked that out, by the way, so that's fine.
Good.
But yesterday, while I was waiting for her to come talk to me about this, I was so nervous that I went on a cleaning spree, and I decided to just rearrange my entire fucking living room.
I mean, sometimes it just needs to happen.
Yeah, and I somehow managed to give myself more and less space at the exact same time, because I moved the couch to a place where it's now behind me, and now my kitten is literally sleeping behind me on the couch. Every single time I sit down to game, he goes there, and he will just jump off from the side of the couch to my shoulders and say hello every now and then, and it's really nice. It worked out really well.
Yeah. They say sort of like with cats you've got to give them kind of like different levels, kind of thing, elevation and stuff like that. Just because it kind of helps them exercise, and they also love it as well. But yeah, just simple things like that. So like a little kind of ledge next to you, so he can come and like cuddle up to you and stuff.
Yeah, currently he's got 3 boxes that he's standing on. That is right next to my chair,
Yeah.
so that he can sit there and just walk into my lap if he wants to. But after I broke up with my ex-boyfriend 5 years ago, I think, I don't know. A long fucking time ago. The first time I rearranged my apartment at the old apartment, basically. What I did was I made every single surface of my house available to both of my cats at all times,
Yeah.
except for the desk. That was the only place they weren't allowed to go. Now that I've moved into this place, I have tried to like make different elevations on different levels in different parts of the room and different parts of the house. So my cat has access to every single living room window, every bedroom window. Oh yeah, I only have one, um, but yeah, and every other surface of the house that is possible for him to walk on. Because I don't want my cat to feel like he's stuck on the floor.
Yeah.
And he is very much a climby boy, so you know he likes to go up and sit on fridges. Yes, you do.
Oh great, no this oh it's just one.
Upgrade kit, upgrade kit, upgrade kit, upgrade kit. I need to go by. Hi Emily, bye Emily. You are.
Wait, are you sure
are
you're not on
actually-
Stardew?
Yes, I am very sure that I'm not on Stardew.
Stardew?
Because I'm pretty sure that there isn't a person named Arlo in Stardew.
There is, you've just never seen them before. See, you say I'm not the social one. Go, 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 go.
I don't know who I want to romance though.
Ooh.
Wait, can I marry you? I can marry you? I mean, don't get me wrong, I really don't want to, but that was unexpected. Can I marry
There
you?
you
No.
I'm going through these bosses with some ease at the moment. They're hitting hard, but
That's not a bad thing. Yes, hi kitten. Hi kitten. Oh. Yeah, no, I did actually upgrade it fully. That sucks. Material cost of reduction when crafting at the work table is by 20%, and that's the fully upgraded version.
there's no real point of having it then. If you're going to use two, you're going to use two.
It might have actually gone down from 3 or 4 to be fair, and I just haven't noticed.
Yeah.
But that is just ridiculous and funny.
Give me chests. Nothing.
Upgrade tools. That's what I went to town for. Upgrade tools. Upgrade tools. Upgrade tools. Mars. Oh, hello, Alice.
Oh shit.
You are so cute. Hi, Carol. Yeah. Hi. I'm in need of some stuff from you and your husband. Do you mind if I just take them off the shelf? Oh, ooh, that's a lot of money.
There was there was a point yesterday where I went into this castle on this game, and this kid kind of came up to me and was like, "Get out of here!" basically before I even properly got in there. He said, "I'm going to go tell my mum on you." I was like, "Right, before I get into any trouble, then let's raid this place." I went around the whole place and just stole everything. Lucky enough,
I mean, that seems like a reasonable reaction.
yeah. Lucky enough, I was like meant to kind of be there and everything, but just my initial reaction is, "Oh fuck it! If I'm going to get into trouble, I might as well get into proper trouble."
Yeah, I completely understand that. I mean, to be fair, my initial reaction every time I'm in a new town in any Final Fantasy game is, ooh, chests.
Yeah.
Even in this game, because I discovered that there are like hidden secret chests everywhere, and I accidentally walked into this guy's house. I didn't mean to, but you know, it was a door and I could enter it, so I entered it. And he had a chest in his basement. Well, not basement, but at the back of his house. And I was like, I can interact with it. It's shiny. I'm just gonna open it.
Yeah, why not?
And no one has said a word about it, so you know.
Yeah.
Just moving into a new place and raiding everyone's houses. No one is gonna give a damn.
That's the thing. So, like, if you realistically, okay, I know it's a video game, but oh, you bitch. If you realistically look at what these so-called heroes do, like Link is one of the worst. He goes into the houses of everyone and breaks everyone's pots.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Stuff like that. It's like, no hero would do that. No proper hero. Yet you've got all these heroes going into everyone's houses, going into their chests, stealing all their items, and everyone's just standing there like, yeah, no, this is fine. This is how things are meant to be.
Exactly. The amount of jars that I have thrown at NPCs in any Zelda game is just ridiculous. Especially in Ocarina of Time. I don't know. It's like there's this vendor that you get when you're getting closer to the end game in the adult timeline.
Yeah.
That you can go and talk to him and you can capture like ghosts. And he sells you jars and all of that. And he's got like 10 pose that you can collect and give to him. And I don't know how many times I have been so annoyed with these fucking ghosts that I've deliberately gone back to the castle just to pick up an urn and throw it at this NPC for no reason. It is it's just yeah. Link, the way that I play Link is definitely not a very heroic way. That and I've told Zelda to go fuck herself a million times.
I didn't realise that was an option you could do.
Oh, not in the game, but like
In real life.
yeah. In real life. How much do you know about the storyline of Ocarina of Time?
Not enough that I would say that I know the whole thing, but yeah.
Do you mind spoilers or?
No, not at all. From what I gather. Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. So from what I gather is that you start off as a kid, and you've got basically you've got Ganondorf, and you go into some sort of sleep and come out as an adult.
Yep, basically.
And then you fight Ganondorf and you win.
Yes, I mean that's the basics of it.
Yeah.
It's like in the child phase, you start off. You technically mean to fight Ganondorf right there, and then you're supposed to be thwarting his plan to take over the kingdom together with Zelda when she's a kid.
Yeah.
And you then get thrown into a portal that gets you kind of like locked in a sleep stasis for 7 years.
Yeah.
and you get reawakened. After a little while, you grow up and become an adult. And then you come back and you find the world completely in ruins, and you walk around and you try to fix everything. And along the way, you meet a person called Shake. And for all intents and purposes, what you see is that this is the last living person of the clan that used to protect the princess. And he is very strong. He's very cool. Shows up. He's got super ninja skills, and he's very wise and very cool. And this is just like you get the feeling that he is a strong and powerful person.
Yeah.
And then toward the end of the game, all of a sudden, the big reveal. It was Zelda all along.
Yeah.
And then she just becomes absolutely useless. She does nothing for the rest of the game. Nothing. She doesn't have any kind of cool voice line. She doesn't know anything. She just runs around in the castle and moans. That's the only thing she does. And she opened doors. And it's just like, why? You clearly have fighting skills. Why?
Because she's now
You
female.
put on a dress and all of a sudden you're useless? Why?
I was about to say, it's because she's female now. Females can't be important in video games. You know, don't look at Samus.
Then what the
or
fuck
anything.
do you call Impa? Like, Impa is Zelda's personal bodyguard, and
Yeah.
probably the most badass woman in the entire Zelda history. And Impa is not a woman to be fucked with.
No, I mean, it's like Samus. Like, when it was the big reveal that it was Samus was a she, it was just like the minds of lots of kids were blown. Oh, yes, I got flair.
Nice.
Yep, she knew that. But yeah, and like it's one of those things. Unfortunately, back in the day, it was very much of yeah, you know, this is a cool character, but at the same time, we can't make them female. They have to be male. Because only males play video games.
I don't know how many. I did like this was back in like the early 90s, wasn't it? Like, yeah, I think it was like mid 90s maybe.
Yeah.
But I cannot count how many people I have met who have played that game who were absolutely disappointed as fuck to realize that that was Zelda. Like, if they had revealed that it was a woman, they would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
But the fact that that it was Zelda, that was the biggest letdown in the entire community. And not because Zelda is a bad character, but because she becomes absolutely useless after.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, the person who creates like the head master of Zelda did hear what the community had to say about Shake, and created Wind Waker as like the polar opposite of that. And the Zelda character in Wind Waker is just amazing. She's so cool.
Wind Waker is the one where it's on the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's the one that looks like paper mache
Yeah.
characters. And
Yeah,
the
she's-
Zelda the
she's
Zelda
the,
character there is a pirate queen.
Yeah.
And she's so fucking amazing. I love her.
I was gonna say, isn't she like the pirate queen or something? And she helps you throughout the story, like a lot.
She is so badass. It's just, oh, I love that character.
I do know a little bit about Zelda, just not a lot. Not enough to say that I can tell you about every single one. Ice lizards.
No, Wind Waker is probably one of my favorite Zelda games of all times. It is super fucking chill.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, sorry, I keep on getting.
Hey, you're fine. You don't have to apologize.
Zelda as a franchise seems like it's an amazing franchise. It's just I never got into it. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, some of the games I know have like aged okay, but there's a lot of them that I've seen that I don't think have aged as well as people kind of remember them. And like most of it is nostalgia. Which
That's
is,
absolutely true. There's like particularly the early Zelda games haven't aged that well.
no.
But I mean they're good, but they're not amazing. Like there's nothing like super fantastic about them. The storyline is pretty cool by all means, but it's not something that you are enthralled by in the same way that you would have been if you'd played it the first time at the time when you played it. Like
Yeah.
that. I would say Ocarina of Time definitely aged really well.
Yeah.
It probably will go down in Nintendo's history as the best Zelda game because of how well it has aged.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be honest, you know, like I said, most of them have, but I mean, I think. Oh, fuck off with the Dragoon, stop turning them against me. Like, I think there's literally only a couple games that I could probably mention that I've had a look at that are just like. This doesn't look that great. I mean, like you said, some of the early ones, like Zelda 2, I think it was, that I saw, was like really kind of like, ugh.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you, and I thought that when I played the game the first time as well. So you're not wrong. You're really not wrong.
But again, these are games that I haven't played myself, so I can't really say much about them.
I've played most of them, not all of them, but most of them. I've played. I own Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, obviously.
Hourglass.
Oh God. I didn't get the last one, Breath of the Wild, which is mostly because I don't have a Switch, so...
Yeah, that's meant to be the best Zelda game, a Zelda game for all Zelda games, basically is what I've heard from it.
That's what I've heard as well.
The reason why I haven't picked that up on the Switch is because I don't like the mechanic of picking up a weapon and it breaking on me, and there's no way you can repair it either, so you have to constantly go out grinding for the weapons.
That's a little bit annoying, yeah. Can't argue with that.
Like, I don't mind if a weapon breaks, but if I can, to me, there's got to be some way of repairing it. You know, in that game, you have to stockpile weapons to when you go up against bosses and stuff like that, just to make sure that you've got enough. Weapons to actually face it. Oh, this is a long dungeon.
When do you have to get off?
I've still got like 15 minutes before I have to start getting. Technically, I can get ready at 3 o'clock. I can be out the door by 3:30. I just skip food, but I would like to do. I'm a fat boy who likes his food.
Hey, no arguments for me. Same.
I'm going back to auto attack now because they're getting low on mana.
And Anzia recently asked me why if I'm trying to lose weight, why I'm eating as much as I do, and I'm like, you will never be able to get me to stop eating food. Food is my life. I love food.
And it's also so you need to survive.
Yes, I will not under any circumstances. Like you can get me to exercise. You can get me to do a lot of things to improve my health and improve my longevity and my lifestyle as a whole. You could probably even talk me into quitting smoking at some point. But do not under any circumstances take away my food. I will eat greasy food and I will eat a lot of it because I love food.
Yeah. Okay, let's do shell because I feel like it's going to attack. No, I mean, I'm the same. I'm trying to eat a little bit better by having like, I mean, if it's down to me, we'd have like 4 out of 7 meals, dinners would be chicken with rice.
Mm.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
But chicken with rice can be delicious as fuck as well, though.
Yeah,
To be fair.
it is. You know, so like if you add stuff to it, like spices and herbs and stuff like that, it can be amazing. But that's more like you've got your protein there, you've got your carbs there, and if you add like some a few vegetables here and there, you can, you know, make it into an amazing meal. But I mean, the problem with living at home is I do get to cook sometimes, but not as much as I like, and majority of the meals my mum makes have potatoes in them, which, you know, it's just that potatoes are so heavy on the carbs, it's just kind of like, ooh.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah. See, Black Robes resistant to elemental attacks. Guards against elemental attacks and status elements. Sorry, my point was basically, yeah, it's like if I live by myself, like I said, most of my meals would be that. But I do love my greasy food as well, and it is hard to even think about changing that.
It is because it's delicious.
Yeah. Let's give you the Black Robes. Up your defense and Steve.
Need to go there, and I definitely need to gather more hardwood.
Oh, they've got hardwood in that game as well.
They do indeed. Isn't it? Oh, it's... No. Oh, come on. It is bronze. I'm a dumbass. Components. Do I have bronze pipes anywhere? No.
Ah, right. Did I show you? I didn't use Cure, did I? With let's try Phoenix down as well. Oh, you can't target the enemies with items. Oh, the Phoenix sounds. But you can target them with Cure, so let's go with that. Cure 8. It just doesn't do it as much damage as I need it to do.
Watching.
It's a big group of zombies and skeletons that I'm facing that I use it on. I know the stream's a little bit delayed.
Cure 8.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad damage.
No, that's Cure 8 on all of them. If you do it on a single target, it does a lot more damage, but
Yeah, but it's like even I don't know. I was expecting it to be less for some reason, even if it is Cure 8.
okay. I think I'm on the top floor now. I'm gonna use Alexia on all my people to get their mana back. That was an expensive item drop.
And as is customary, I have managed to get ahead of myself in a game yet again. There are a couple of places where you can capture things, and I saw a shiny thing that wasn't filled out, and the completionist slash perfectionist in me was like, "It's empty space and it's glittering and it's in my way. I need it filled." Turns out it's a trap box, and I am not sure whether or not it's gonna be a horse or a mount, or if it's gonna be something that is actually gonna live on my farm. But it's a colorful llama, and I can't get it out of the trap because I don't have a stable. So now I just have a colorful llama in a trap for no reason. Oh, he ran away. Oh, that's fine. He can stay away then. I'll do it when I actually have a stable. And I am running out of trees.
Oh god damn it! I used like really expensive items because I thought, you know, I was worried about it being a big boss or whatever, and it was just a cutscene basically.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've used up like 3 things that instantly kind of give me all my mana and health back. There was no need to do that.
Oops. To be fair, I do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for the quality leather. That's why I need the pigments. That sucks.
Right. Items. Use. Ultimate Tone.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to figure out where the fuck the rainbow flowers grow.
Customer. Ultimate is more important than that. And that. Alright, I've got Ultimate now.
Nice.
I'm not too sure where I'm meant to go now, though.
The answer to that is the wrong direction.
No! I want to go the wrong direction.
Haven't you learned that in every Final Fantasy game you always go in the wrong direction first and then you go to the place you're supposed to go?
Yeah, which is what I've been doing basically every single dungeon. Oh shoot, I don't mean to dock there. What happened to the town here? Did they just abandon it?
Maybe Leviathan ate it.
No, it looks like the Empire has attacked fully and is destroying everything.
Darth Vader at it again.
Yeah. God damn, they
Someone
destroyed.
needs to stop him.
Yeah, they've destroyed like 3 of the major places that I used to
So,
go to.
are you fighting the Empire? Is that like the actual thing?
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
yeah. Like I said, it's well, in like Final Fantasy 14, you've got the Gallian Empire,
Yeah,
which is basically
that's
similar.
why I said it.
Yeah, it's very similar to this, and it the what should we call it? Brain work. The Emperor has released all these creatures into the world and is controlling them, and this, that, and the other. Kind of like it's very. It's got a very kind of like normal storyline for Final Fantasy, basically.
It sounds like the same kind of storyline that you have for World of Final Fantasy,
Hmm.
which is a very adorable game. Not gonna lie, because it is basically Pokemon Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to say that, but at the same time, it looked very obscure, and I was just like, it was kind of iffy.
It is extremely obscure, but it's not obscure in a bad way. Like I definitely thought that I was gonna hate it.
Yeah.
But it was on sale when I bought it, and you know it was when everyone I knew was playing Pokemon, and I couldn't play Pokemon, so I decided, you know, fuck it, might as well play me some Final Fantasy Pokemon.
Why not? Right.
It's very cute. It's very different, and I did share with you the Pippin that I made on that game.
Yes.
You are a pirate Moogle.
That's just in real life.
Yes.
Um,
Imagine what you would be in game.
exactly. Oh, god damn it. Right. I'm not too sure where I need to go now. I'm gonna have to get ready soon.
To the moon.
You know what? Wouldn't actually surprise me. Have you been to the moon?
No, I have not. I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, that's right now. Dude, you need to get yourself to the moon. It is honestly, you'll die from cuteness.
I probably will. Sort all. Thank you for taking care of my items and from having a full inventory to only having one item in it. Ah. Fuel depleted. What do you mean fuel depleted? Bleh. Right. Make me more stone so I can make more bronze. You are making bronze and you are making wood. And you should be making fuck it.
Okay, I kind of know what I'm meant to be doing. I don't. So my guess is because I put in a dragon's egg into a life fountain earlier on in the game. And it's talking about there's no way we can get into this Cyclone. So I'm guessing the dragon is meant to come and help me at this point.
But what if the dragon doesn't want to?
And that is the dragon's up to the dragon, basically. Um, The place where Sid was has been destroyed now, so I don't know where he is, if he's even alive or not.
Sid in the third game makes me laugh.
Alright, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
That's that. Put that in there. Equipment box. Thank you. And now we need to go talk to Django.
Right.
Hi, Sonia.
Oh, hang on 2 seconds.
Goodbye,
Let
Sonia.
me just
You are an annoying.
mute that. Right, thank you very much for joining me today on today's stream. Thank you, Crowley, for joining me as well and chatting with me. Are we streaming probably later on? So I can still hear Crowley and Maria. I will be streaming later on, hopefully, back to Resident Evil. And then, yeah, hopefully back to Final Fantasy after a couple of sessions of Resident Evil. Anyway, thank you again for joining me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.